So, welcome to my Thrifted Thursdays, and I haven't been making videos for some time because something absolutely horrific happened to me, and I am trying to be fine. I literally asked God for a sign that everything will be alright, and I got a sign that everything will be alright, and later I was terrified again, and I was anxious, as yeah, of course I was. And I asked God again for another sign, and I got another sign like immediately. So, um, I am not fully okay, I would say, but I'm hopeful, and I have hope. So, and I've been having videos, but they were like pre-recorded. I recorded all of them on the same day. So, and I bought those things kind of. It's like a bad thing when you buy things like compulsionally, but it wasn't like fully a compulsion. These were things that I've been looking for some time. Like they've been on my liked vintage things for some time, and I was like, oh, then I will buy them, since I was like in a state that I wasn't able to do pretty much anything for some time. I was not in a normal state, and my average plans that I had for this time were destroyed anyway. Um, so at least I had some time that I had to do something, and I had more time than I expected because like my plans got destroyed. So I needed to do something in the meantime, and before I planned what I'm going to do, I bought those things. So I have some things that I bought, and this is a sweater. All of them are from Vinted, by the way, and this is a sweater you cannot fully see, but this sweater has braids, and I love braided sweaters. I really wanted a brown braided sweater for some time already, and I have an idea of how I will style this sweater. I had this idea for a long time, and I'm thinking about adding something here on my neck, like to make it like cute, and I want to style it like super vintage. So, and I'm planning to wear like a beige pants, and like of course I can style it also in a lot of other ways. And I love this color, by the way, and it's very soft. I love soft sweaters. I love soft things. So I haven't tried it on yet, but I will. And I have this dress. By the way, some of the things I have tried on, and some of them I haven't. I don't know why. I haven't tried all of them. But yeah, this is a dress, and I bought it for €2, and that's one of the reasons I bought it. But I also love this pattern. Like, I love those flowers specifically, they are so cute. And maybe I can also wear it like under something. So I have like this dress and, like, for example, a t-shirt on it or a shirt or something. But also I can wear it by itself. I really like the pattern, that's why I bought it, and it costed €2. And here I have this, and I bought this because I was on TikTok, and on TikTok I had in my post videos on my For You page, I had a lot of like nostalgic things for 2000s. And I am nostalgic for 2000s because that was the only time that I had something to live for, honestly. So it's kind of dark, but I am nostalgic for the things from this decade. And like some of the things that I like from this, like some of the things from that decade I don't like. Let's be honest, like some of those things, they were like, we still like keep wondering how we were wearing them. Like they do have some charm, but for example, low-waist jeans, I'm not going to wear them because they are not comfortable. So, and I do not like when like they end like lower than my normal jeans normally were. So I try to, like, I forget that I'm wearing low-waist jeans, so I think that my jeans are falling. I keep trying to pull them up, and then my, you know what, it's like, ah. And I don't like low-waist jeans. I nobody likes them, so that's one of the things I do not like. But there are things that I do like, and one of those things was this combo of blue and brown. And I saw this, and this is so 2000s. I just was looking for something with this combo on Vinted, and I found this. And also this is so 2000s. You can clearly see this is from 2000s. Like, you can very clearly see that. And because most of people don't wear such things, they can be sometimes very cheap. And another thing which is very much from 2000s is this top. And it's so cute, by the way. I'm not sure if it's for adults, because sometimes people sell something that is like from child section on Vinted as S, for example, and I think I bought it as S or XS or something like this, and it kind of looks on me like it could be from child section, because you know the things from child sections, they are smaller in chest, so they are more tight in the chest. That's what hurts me, because I do not have a flat chest, and I often like things that are from child section. Like, let's be honest, like I like things from child section more often than I like things from adult section, especially when it comes to like things from 2000s. Maybe because I was a child in 2000, so I have nostalgia for some of the clothes that I was wearing as a child, but they don't make this cute children clothing anymore. I think like it's less cute right now, and this one looks, yeah, could be a child clothing, but it's very much 2000s. Like this thing over there. Like I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Like I haven't seen things later with this thing. I've seen a lot of things with this, like in 2010, something like this. So, and like this kind of undershirt, but kind of not like full shirt under clothes. It's so 2000s. Like I've seen so many things in 2000s with this, especially for children, but like I even maybe for adults I think also, but I'm not sure honestly, because I was a child, so I didn't really pay that much attention to what adults were wearing. So, and I also bought this, and this is not a vintage thing. I think it's fully modern. I think it's like, I don't know. It's fully modern, but it's like with Marie from like Aristocats. I never watched Aristocats, by the way, but I have like also nostalgia for this, because I had a watch with Marie from Aristocats. I still own that watch, by the way. It's standing in front of me when I was a child, and I really like that watch. And and it's not a watch; it's a clock. The clock is standing in front of me, and this one has flowers, by the way, which are like orange, and I really like those flowers. And I tried this on, by the way. It looks good, because it's tricky, because it's a very like it's tight fitting top, and tight fitting tops sometimes, because they are tight fitting, sometimes they irritate my skin. And if it's irritating my skin and it's tight fitting, it makes me like, so like I have sensitive skin, and also tight fitting things do not always look good on you. Like you never know. Loose fitting things as well, but like tight fitting things, they are tricky, because a lot of things depend on a cut. But this one looks good, it looks decent. So it's like, it's not like very tight fitting, so it's good size for me. It's just form fitting. It's not like a cut that is like loose or something. So, but I liked it. I liked how it looked on me, so that's good. And another thing that I bought is this, like, there's a bag inside this bag. It's like a shopping bag with stitches, with stitch. And there's a lot of stitch on this bag. It's from Primark, and it was kind of expensive, like for Vinted. I think like I paid 10 euros or something. I usually pay less than this. I usually buy very cheap things, so I don't know, I like the zipper is like, oh, not fully working, and I'm kind of lazy to open this right now, but there's like a bag inside that has this pattern with all of those stitches on the back. That's what it has inside. So, and another thing that I bought is this beanie. It's like a beret. Is it called beret? Is it red beret? Did I just make this word up, or does this word exist? I don't know. It's like this, and I really wanted this one for a particular outfit that I just made in my head. And one of the things in this outfit is this beret, and another thing in this outfit is like, it's tights that aren't really like tights. They have different fabric. They have like more crochet fabric, because I hate the tights fabric. It makes my skin, but like, I cannot like describe that. It makes my skin crawl. It's like, oh, I hate this touch of tights so much. Like, it's so unpleasant. It's one of the most unpleasant sensory feelings for me. The touch of tights, I hate it. So it would have fabric like this, and it would have the same color. And also, like, another thing in this fit would be a sweater that would be in this color and would be braided, preferably, because I love braided sweaters. And another thing in this fit would be like a latex skirt that I actually do own. and shoes that I also own that would suit it, in my opinion. So it would be one of the things, would be this beret. Um, but also I of course I can wear it also for other outfits, and I like some berets because some berets, some of them look like, I don't know, not my style, kind of more like grandma, but this one I like, and it also has some braids on it. And there are some berets that I like and some berets that I don't like. It depends on a beret. I prefer the ones that aren't so stiff, that are like more like this one. And it would look kind of look so edgy, you know? It would suit a cigarette or something. And it would be like a vintage look or something. And also like fishnet tights would look amazing with this beret. And I love fishnet tights. I hate regular tights, but I love fishnet tights, and they do not irritate my skin. I was actually talking about this with my friend yesterday, and she said that she has the opposite. Like, she hates fishnet tights. It makes her skin like so annoyed by them because they kind of stick inside like you. They kind of like pinch you. But I prefer them. I genuinely like prefer them. They do not irritate me, they do not annoy me. But the regular tights, I can't stand them. I hate regular tights. So I have the opposite, which is good because I also do not love the look of regular tights. I prefer, like most of them at least, I definitely prefer look the way fishnet tights look. I love the way they look, and I know that's it's kind of, I feel like it's funny because it's not funny because it's like kind of cultural appropriation, because we are kind of culturally appropriating something that was like part of sex workers culture. Like, recently I saw this somewhere and I was like, damn, that's actually true, because sex workers, they were wearing them, and like that was like a sex worker thing. But later, like, people that were not sex workers, they started wearing fishnet tights. And right now, it's not like when you wear fishnet tights, people do not think, oh, this is a sex worker. I mean, some people may say, oh, you look like a sex worker, whatever, but nobody cares like about this person's opinion. It's not like that when the first thing that somebody thinks when they see you with fishnet tights is like, oh, a sex worker. But it's like, right now, it's like more in common fashion. If you wear fishnet tights, they just will think that that you just like them, and you just like more alternative fashion. And I was thinking about this, that damn, that's actually true, because I do not get the stigma that sex workers get from wearing them back in the day, and that sex workers get from being a sex worker. But so it's kind of like guilty in a way. But I wasn't thinking about this much. Like, when I started wearing fishnet tights, I was in high school, and I just thought they look cute, and I didn't even think about them as a sex worker garment or something. And later I saw this somewhere on the internet, and this actually made me think that actually it's kind of true. I never had a sex worker like come to me and say, oh, you shouldn't wear this, this is a sex worker thing. But also, sex workers aren't like sharing the information about their jobs publicly that often. So, but anyway, it's like just a thought. Like, I do not judge people who wear fishnet tights, because obviously I wear them. But yeah, I was just thinking about this, and I never saw anything like, oh, you shouldn't wear fishnet tights. But somewhere I just saw that, oh, when sex workers were wearing them, it was like, oh, ew, you're a sex worker. But when some people that, like, when this became more mainstream, and not only fishnet ties, but also other things like very, very high heels, and some of the sex worker shoes I actually like a lot. They do not look comfortable, but they look kind of edgy. Like, actually, I like, and chokers, for example, I like the way they look. I have some, but they annoy me when I wear them. So I cannot say I like chokers, because I like the way they look, but I don't really enjoy wearing them. Like, they kind of irritate me. Like, I kind of feel like they are strangling me in a way. That's why they are called chokers. They are choking me. But they look good. Maybe that's also another trend that was like very trendy when I was in high school. Like, both fishnet tights and chokers, and they were both things that I liked. Actually, the trends that were around when I was in high school were one of the nicest looking trends that were around. There were a lot of like things that I actually liked in shops when I was in high school. Right now, not so much when I go to regular shops, which I don't do often because I am used to shopping secondhand. I go to shops and I'm disappointed always, every single time. Maybe because I'm also like used to cheaper prices, and I just see the most basic thing and it costs like 30 euros, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I could buy this for 1 euro. What are you talking about? Like that's the most basic black sweater. Like it doesn't look bad, but it's just like they are very basic. And at least recently, when I was like in shops, I was trying to find a beanie for winter, and I couldn't find like anything that I liked, like including like other clothes, not just beanies, because I wanted to buy a beanie that would be like thicker, because I had a beanie that was like not warm enough for me, and I was looking for a beanie that would be warming my head actually, because that was a winter beanie. And I don't know, people that make those clothes, they're crazy because they want to get sick, because all of those beanies, they were so thin, like the fabric was so thin in those beanies, I would be in the hospital the next day. Like, no joke, I have to have a beanie that actually is warmed for winter. Like, I cannot be wearing a beanie that is like you can almost see through the beanie. Like, no, no way. Like, I'm not wearing this in winter. This is what I can wear in spring or like autumn, but not in winter. No, no, no. Maybe other people have like better immune systems than me, but like, no, I would be sick the next day. Like, there's no way I'm wearing this. So yeah, I wanted a beanie that would be like thicker, and I couldn't find any. Like, maybe I found some, but they weren't exactly the style that I wanted. I found a lot of beanies that were exactly the style I wanted, but too thin. And so yeah, that's why I went to regular shops, because on Vinted I could see the beanie and it would look the way I wanted to, and then I would get the beanie and it was very thin. The fabric was very thin, and I was like, no, it's exactly the way my beanie was. So yeah, I don't know why people are like, they are wearing things that make their heads cold and they aren't cold. What's wrong with people? Like, but I am also cold very easily, so, and I'm not good at bearing cold weathers, so my body is just not suited for cold. So anyway, that was it. I'm sorry for like long interaction and long rambling about my beanies, maybe because I haven't recorded in a while, so it's like more like I'm talking from my ass. Anyway, see you next time.